Need high-quality video to promote your event, business, or band? We can help.
We're PixelPond, a video production team based in the Pacific Northwest providing high-quality content to clients across the U.S. and Canada.
Whether you want coverage of your live event to promote for next year, or need a camera and a camera operator for your next big project, we can accommodate projects of all sizes.
Your story is important. Visit pixelpondllc.com or send an email to info@pixelpondllc.com to get started today. We can't wait to work with you.
Parental warning. This podcast contains some mild references to porn. And that's pretty much it. We promise we are on our best behavior after last week. Please podcast responsibly.
This time on Gamers Week podcast. You Fell Before Me says, blink twice if Nvidia has sent a van outside your house.
Is that what those lights are?
Putting bags over our heads.
Y'all see me look out the window, you see me go,
Pat, no, Pat.
But then I come back up and I've got an AI filter and I'm like, I am Pat.
Yeah, it's just like, hello, I'm Patrick.
Hello.
Pat, you need to tell me where you got that lip color.
Yeah.
We've got technical difficulties. Hooray for technical difficulties.
It wouldn't be a podcast if there wasn't something going wrong at any given moment, would it?
Right. We need to give the viewers who show up in the stream something to razz us about later. Otherwise, they get sad.
Exactly.
Also, how are we splitting up the colors? I know because we got 4.
Normally, the green would be our guest. There's 2 of you.
We just switch.
So we can...
We fight for it, Pat.
Well, you'll win, Paul.
We fight for it.
All I can do is go for your knees and run.
Pull a Tanya Harding.
Yeah.
Like, why?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
I use a wiffle bat. We'll see how it goes.
Oh, that's sweet.
Ball bat, so.
Isn't too bad.
Well, I am getting a certain amount of drop frames. So, but I mean, I don't know. I don't think it's anything I can do about it right now. So we're just going to have to
2026, low FPS.
Right?
Johnny's locked at 30.
I don't know what the hell's going on.
It's the Wi-Fi curse.
It's not the Wi-Fi. It has nothing to do with drop frame.
No. Zach is complaining that the music is warbly.
Sounds fine to me, the audio.
All right. Well,
Yeah.
perhaps it's a Zach issue.
No warbles.
Yep. Well,
That's a him problem.
let's just go ahead and roll into it, I guess. You guys ready?
Let's do it.
All right. Let's do it.
Here we go. We're live. So let's see how this rolls.
I'm sure it will roll perfectly and there will be no issues whatsoever. Holy shit. What a crowded room.
Wow.
Holla.
Hello.
We're all here. All of us. Even new people. Where did you guys come from?
I don't know. We come as a pair.
Yeah.
Since when?
You get us both all the time.
Yeah.
That's how it works.
All right. Well, we got a big show ahead of us tonight, so let's go ahead and get started. Welcome to Gamers Week podcast. Like the name says, we analyze the best, worst, and weirdest headlines of the past week in the video game industry. This is episode 204, and today is Wednesday, March 11, 2026. Thanks so much for tuning in, everyone. My name is Blue Williams, and I will be your host for this evening. But as you can see, I am not alone. I am joined by not one, not 2, but 3 fine co-hosts. My first co-host has lost at Strip Mario Kart so many times that now he doesn't even bother getting dressed before playing. Please, everyone, say hello to the one and only Donnie G.
I figure that's the best way because I sweat profusely when I play that. Especially, actually, I'll take that back. I sweat so much when I play it with you because I don't know if it's you the
We all do.
try-hard or I'm the try-hard.
I've played with blue before. I get it.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. It's that this is the one thing that she has dominance over, and I don't think I'll. I will. Yes,
The one thing.
the one thing, and I don't think I'll ever be on her level with Mario Kart.
And my second co-host is doing a greatest hits tour to live out some of the best Florida man moments in history. Yesterday, he got beat up by the Easter Bunny. Today, he took an alligator out to try to get it drunk. And tomorrow, he plans on breaking into a stranger's house while they're sleeping to suck on their toes. That's right. Ryan Payne, a.k.a. Retro Game Brews, is absent tonight. However, in his place, we are joined by Patrick, a.k.a. Retroblastpod, and Paul, a.k.a. thegamersician. Patrick is, of course, the host of the wonderful Retroblast podcast, and Paul is the proud owner of an absolutely killer YouTube channel. Gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us tonight.
You're very welcome. Always love being here.
Yeah, thanks for having us, for sure. I'm all revved up and ready to go now.
Definitely great guests. And we're glad to have you guys back.
Channeling Ryan's spirit right now.
Exactly.
So, Paul, you were last on the show on episode 168, and Pat was last on the show on episode 171, which were both back in June of this past summer. But for people who may have missed your previous entries on Gamers Week, could you tell the listeners a little bit about who you are and what you do? In whatever order you choose.
Handsomeness first.
No.
I don't think that really decides anything.
Yeah,
because I'm not speaking right now. So
that's a good, yeah, that's fair. So what's going on, guys? My name is Paul, aka the Gamersician. I am a YouTuber of about 4 years, a former rapper, music producer. I was a plumber at one point. That's actually a lie, but I have done many things in my life, and one of my favorite things to talk about is video games. And you can find me over at The Gamersician on YouTube talking about exactly that. And I'm just happy to be here and yap it up with you wonderful folks as well. So thanks for having me.
Paul, laying pipe does not qualify you as a plumber.
Where's my drum set when I need it?
Yeah. So, hi, Patrick from Retroblast, the Retroblast podcast. For those of you who don't know, it is a retro gaming focused podcast that celebrates the best of gaming. Actually, everybody on the show has been on that podcast several times. We basically just talk about one game in most cases and talk about why it's special, talk about our memories, really try to tap into that. And occasionally I have memories episodes that I write and narrate. And I've got 3 of those now that I'm very proud of, and might have another one coming at some point soon. And working on an episode right now, editing currently for an episode coming out about arcades with Evan Saba, the voice of Brad Vickers from Resident Evil 3. So he'll be on the next episode. So he was fantastic. So it was really cool to have him on. But yeah, I'm happy to be back here. And hopefully, again, I know we talked about it last time, but Blue and Donnie both, I need you guys back on the show soon. So we're going to have a conversation. Yeah,
absolutely.
That sounds like a...
I know. Yeah, it's pretty much a threat. It's a threat.
He's going to throw a bag over your head and drag you off.
I've told Donnie this, but he's actually in my current, as of right now, most popular episode.
Which one's that?
Metal Gear Solid.
That tracks.
Oh, thank you.
For this upcoming Resident Evil one, I think you should put in the skit that you did for our show way back in about the Resident Evil shower scene. Oh my God, that was hilarious.
Whew. This mansion is insane. Zombies, zombie dogs, giant snakes. I still have no idea why they asked me to come on this mission. I'm literally just a podcast host. Anyway, just a quick shower in this dead scientist room and I'll get back out there, I guess.
I was looking for you.
Oh, hey, Barry. This is awkward.
Hey,
look,
Barry.
I know things are bad out there, but I just needed a quick break. Please stop staring.
Oh, my God.
What? I was dirty, man. I needed to wash off, and it's not like that guy over there is using it anymore. Ah, damn it. I dropped my soap.
How about going down to check by yourself? I have a rope here.
I don't need a rope. I'll just bend over and get it.
Lost courage already? It's not like you.
You know what, Barry? Barry, what are you doing?
Look at this.
Hey, man, come on. That's unprofessional. But that does look slightly infected.
This is Chris.
Yes, Chris. I know who you are. We were just talking in the main hall.
I'm Chris of Alpha Team.
Yeah, again, Chris, we literally just ran through a forest from zombie dogs into this mansion. Anyway, it's getting crowded in here, so if you could both please...
Wesker!
Damn it.
Chris, you're alive.
Yes, we're all alive. Guys, listen, can you please just wait for me outside? Barry, please pull your pants up.
Well, maybe it's quite natural under these circumstances.
It's not natural, Wesker. It's just not.
Better yet, I'm going to show you the tyrant.
Damn it, Wesker, no.
Oh, my God.
Guys, I get it. I know why you're here. This is payback because Gamers Week podcast never includes your choices in the poll. But I have nothing to do with that. I'm just a guest host. Please, just wait outside.
Yeah, you're right. But just take a look at this.
I'm blowing this mansion up right now.
Oh my God.
Oh, you're welcome.
That was S tier VIP skit intro. You're a natural.
Oh, thanks. I enjoyed that. I need to find that. I hope I have it on a hard drive somewhere.
I saved it.
That.
Okay.
I saved it.
That was so funny.
Yeah. Did you listen to it, Paul? That's right. Did I send it to you? Yeah. I was very proud of that. I was laughing at myself the whole time making it, and I was like, no one's going to think this is funny but me. But luckily, it didn't turn out that way.
You're wrong. You're very wrong.
We all have the same twisted sense of humor, fortunately.
Yeah.
That's probably how we ended up here, I guess. So
Yes. So, everyone, when you're done listening to this episode, we'll have links for Pat and Paul in the show notes. Highly, highly recommend you go and subscribe to both their stuff. It's the highest quality content. So, make sure you go ahead and do that. But for now, would you like to start your own podcast? Maybe about the simple joy of being human brain cells in a petri dish, playing Doom for the first time? Well, you'll need a place to host your show. Buzzsprout has a user-friendly interface, great analytics, and resources to help you grow your audience. Just use the link in the description to get a $20 credit when you sign up for a paid plan.
I did see that. We, as a species, are just, I don't know what the hell we're doing anymore. Like,
I mean, I've seen people run Doom on pretty much everything else. It makes sense.
Yep.
No thoughts, only Doom.
Yeah, literally.
All right, let's move on to our reviews, reactions, and requests. Blaine Abraham says, absolutely loving the show. Only been listening for a few episodes and admit I almost skipped it. Keep up the good work. Also, I really enjoyed the first Greedfall, even though it had its faults. Thank you, Blaine. Yeah, the first Greedfall, like I said, it had a lot going for it, and it was really, really good. It was a little rough around the edges, but I mean, obviously they made enough, and it was successful enough to have a second one. So,
yeah, I don't think I've ever heard of Greedfall before.
I've heard of it, but I haven't played it.
Yeah, same, Pat.
Burt Reynolds said, if Project Helix lets me install Linux and the cost is cheaper than equivalent PCs, sure, I'll buy your subsidized machine. Else, nah, I'll roll my own.
Must be Burt Reynolds or something.
Is that the Burt Reynolds?
It's him.
Like, I wouldn't.
He's back from the grave.
Oh wait, he's dead.
Yeah, he's dead.
Oh yeah, he's dead.
Oh.
So unless they got Twitch up on a little computer with a keyboard down there, I don't think it's happening.
And finally, Mr. Knight Rider says, everyone over 40 turns the radio down to see better, right? A great show as always.
Yes.
I'll let you know in about 6 months.
Oh, you're going to turn the big 4-0?
Knocking on the door, guys. So
yeah.
I'll let you know.
He's almost there.
Okay.
Yeah.
One of us.
He's almost in the club.
I was made fun of this either last week or 2 weeks ago. I was asked, I bet you turn the radio down so you can see better. And I'm like, it's not that I can see better. It's that I can focus a lot better.
Concentrate. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's about the concentration. It's about the focus. I agree.
You do the squint. You're like,
and I've been doing that since I was like in my 20s. So I don't think it's exactly an age thing.
How's that copium? Was it working out for you?
Thank you for that validation. I feel seen. Thank you.
Let's move on to our patron shoutouts.
We couldn't do what we do without the help of our gorgeous patrons. Here are the generous folks supporting Gamers Week on Patreon. Seven Castle Forest, Crunchy Calm, John Metroid, Frank Grande, Love Retro BTW, Steven Sand, Ramboski, Terry Kinnair, Don't Make Me Pull This Car Over. The best part of waking up is games with coffee. Hybrid Divide, You Fall Before Me, the Let's Play Princess, La Shorty, the Pixel Pond family, including Shannon and Luke, and the Skee Ball Daddy, Zach, aka Old Cluster Nuts, Puzzle Butter, Number One Blue Sick Voice Chan, John Barron, Sassy Sony, Evo Lest, Cyram. Need a little more boing in your doing? I sure do. Then head to your nearest gas station for some Angry Sasquatch brand male enhancement pills. Mega Retro Man, Game Metroid, Moradib, Michael. Is he fucking crazy? What the hell are we supposed to use, man? Harsh language? Lakite? Emo-esque? Bill Tucker? You know, the bleeps, the sweeps, and the creeps. Fruitcakes, I hate it when my Schwartz gets twisted. Pickled Pepper. Ducks with Thick Thighs. Absolutely the best podcast, a work in progress. Bobson Doug Nut. Blues Little Cyst. Perler Daddy. Retro Blast Pat. BNT Zilla Guy. And the Mad Milkman. If you like what you hear today, and we really hope you do, please consider joining us on Patreon. Your support helps cover the cost of producing the show, as well as other cool stuff we'll be doing like prizes and giveaways. You'll also gain access to our bi-weekly patron-only bonus cast called Gamers Week Uncut, Patrons with Benefits. Visit patreon.com/gamersweek or follow the link in the show notes to learn more.
All right, let's move on to the headlines.
This headline segment is proudly sponsored by Absolutely the Best Podcast, a work in progress. Each episode, George and Zach discuss and rank all the best things, and right now, they're ranking every movie in the Alien vs. Predator connected universe. This week, they've got a trivia question for us. Riddle me this. What 1990s action movie sequel features the Compaq Concerto, an early laptop tablet convertible computer, as a key component in the construction of bombs placed around the most populous U.S. city? Visit them at absolutelythebest.net or follow the link in the show notes. I could only take a guess.
I think I know it.
90s action movie sequel.
I want to say it might be Die Hard with a Vengeance. Or, wait a minute. No, because that's not a sequel. Yeah, that would be my guess.
You're technically right. It is a sequel because it's the third. I mean, when people say sequel, it's they think of it. So it's the next movie in the series, but it's a sequel from.
Yeah, your brain usually goes to like part 2, but
right
if there's multiple.
That is my guess as well, because I specifically remember in certain, especially the water filling scene when they got the 2 jugs, they're trying to figure out the whole 5 gallon, 3 gallon, whatever, exactly 4 gallons, and it's got the little laptop. It's Die Hard with a Vengeance.
And there's bombs everywhere in the city. So like that's what I remember. Don't know if it was the Compaq Concerto, but that would track.
I have no better plans or thoughts, I should say. I have no better. Yes.
Well, hop in the Die Hard Vengeance car with us.
Die Hard with the Vengeance.
Yeah, I'm going to jump in the car.
Okay.
Let's see what happens.
Jump in the car with you guys.
The answer is Die Hard with a Vengeance.
Hey. That's why I always win trivia.
The Compaq Concerto was meant to be a bit of a red herring, but it didn't fool any of you.
Ah, no. Can't fool a fool.
The bombs around the city, that was a dead giveaway.
That was fun, though. Send more trivia. I love it.
Yes.
Can we take a quick second? Apparently, the buffering is getting so bad. I'd like to stop the stream really quickly and restart it.
Sure, yeah.
So I'm going to do that really quickly. Let me stop streaming. We don't have to stop our recording. I'm just going to stop this. I'm going to close down
I'm
OBS.
not. I don't want to mess it up.
Yeah, we're not going to play with that.
It is buffering for me, too, now I notice.
Yeah.
Okay.
Retro Game Brews throwing out.
Gift and subs. Look at that.
Oh, I got a gift sub. Thanks for the gift sub, Ryan.
Thank you, Ryan. Nice to hear that you are neither drunk nor dead under a bridge.
If you're really Ryan. If that's really him. Ryan, if it's really you, what's your favorite N64 game?
He's Googling how to take back my gift sub.
How to take gift subs.
We're still dropping some pretty heavy frames, so I'm not sure what the hell's causing it.
I say let's forge ahead. I apologize, everyone, if you can't take it and you need to catch us on Friday. We understand.
Stay tuned.
But all right. Nvidia has announced DLSS 5 at GTC 2026, a new iteration of the company's gaming AI suite that it is describing as the GPT moment for graphics. The company debuted the tech in a new trailer, currently sitting at only 16% likes on YouTube, that shows it drastically altering the appearance of characters and environments in Resident Evil Requiem, Hogwarts Legacy, and EA Sports FC. According to Nvidia, the model is trained to end-to-end understand complex scene semantics, such as characters, hair, fabric, and translucent skin, along with environmental lighting conditions like frontlit, backlit, or overcast, all by analyzing a single frame. The internet's judgment was swift and merciless, both from gamers and games industry professionals. Steve Karolewicz, a rendering engineer at Respawn, wrote, DLSS 5 looks like an overbearing contrast, sharpness, and airbrush filter. Remarkably different frames with the rationale of photoreal lighting? Nah, I think I'll stick with the original artistic intent. Concept artist Jeff Talbot added, this is not the direction games should be going in. In every shot, the art direction was taken away for the senseless addition of details. Each DLSS 5 shot looked worse and had less character than the original. This is just a garbage AI filter. Bethesda studio head Todd Howard was among several high-profile gaming executives gassing up the tech earlier in the week, but the studio quickly shifted into damage control mode by reassuring players that the tech will all be under our artist control and totally optional for players. It seems that no matter how many industry leaders tell the gaming community that AI-generated visuals are a good thing, gamers are just not falling in line as expected. Nvidia CEO Jensen Huang has deflected the widespread criticism of DLSS 5 by claiming that detractors of the AI technology are completely wrong. He says developers can fine-tune the generative AI to make it match their game's visual style. All of that is in the direct control of the game developer, he said in a press Q&A. This is very different than generative AI. It's content control generative AI. That's why we call it neural rendering. NVIDIA fuels its DLSS ambitions based on user stats. Simply put, if it presents a strong number of players who keep DLSS 5 on for games, it will use that to back up its GPU feature decisions. So time and usage will tell whether it's the gamers who are wrong or Mr. Skinner. I mean, Jensen Huang.
Skinner?
Am I out of touch? No.
It's the children who are wrong.
It's the children.
It's the children.
Yeah.
Of course, it's the kids. Oh, man. I already know we all have a lot of thoughts on this. Mm-hmm. The second I saw this stuff, it seriously looks like a Snapchat filter at this point. And one of the things that I read, too, was that all the developers at Capcom are very anti-artificial intelligence, and they didn't even know that they were going to use their game as the kind of like torchbearer of this technology, too. So that's even one more step past just it looking like shit. It's like you didn't even tell the artists that spent all their time to put this amazing game out, and just were like, hey, let's throw this yassification, as all the kids are saying, all over it. It's just like I don't like it.
It's awful. There's too many things about it that bother me, and I've been thinking about it quite a bit the past couple of days, because it's all these tech bros, right, want this to happen so bad. They need it to happen because it's cost efficient. It's going to make them a buttload of money if they can get everybody to get on board, so that they can not hire more artists, so they can just steal what they've already made, so they can make worse looking shit, which is essentially what they do. As soon as I saw those pictures, I actually thought, as you guys probably did, that it was like fake, that it was a meme, that somebody was like making a joke. But whenever you would see those angry posts about people saying that a video game character wasn't good looking enough, they'd make them look like a freak show, with like caked on makeup, looked like they put on foundation with a butter knife. That's what it looked like. And then when they showed, the transition between all that, my brain just like ticks where I see like, oh, that looks like AI slop. Like that just looks like that fake interpretation that we're getting that fools my parents, or fools like, some people I work with,
Right.
that are like, wow, it looks amazing. And I'm like, no, it doesn't. It looks terrible. Like those people might adopt it. But the thing is, gaming is very different. It's not like movies. I could see like movies adopting it before games do. Because like, yeah, the people I work with, they watch movies. They probably won't know the difference. They probably be like, wow, that looks amazing. Gamers like can, at least to me, can pick it up pretty quick. We're all very involved in technology. We use technology quite a bit. I think we can sniff it out. So whenever I see it, I'm completely against it. I don't want anything to do with it. It takes away from artists. It makes me angry. It reminds me of 2 or 3 years ago when everybody was pushing NFTs. It reminds me of the same kind of crap we were seeing all the time on social media where everybody was pushing NFTs. When's the last time you heard about an NFT?
Strangely enough, we bring them up fairly regularly.
But, you know, everybody was pushing it. Everybody was pushing it so hard and it failed. It fell flat. And I kind of feel like that's what's happening here. But the problem is that this is going to keep getting better. Right. AI is going to keep getting better. And eventually it's going to be harder for us to tell. It's going to be harder for us to know. I'm just bummed out because I know that this is where we're going no matter what we say, because they're going to keep doing it. And the technology is going to get to where they don't even have to say it anymore. It's just going to be there and we won't know that an artist didn't make it. So we're not there yet, but it's like I can see the writing on the wall. It's coming.
Yeah.
You know,
as with just what Pat has said, it's going to get better. Just like animation has gotten better, like visual facial animations have gotten better. You no longer see the dead look in a character's eyes that's animated. Now you actually see a hint of life. And this is it's going to get crazier and crazier for the normal people to just like see with the naked eye, like, oh, and tell this is AI. This is AI generated. So then at that point, there will be no more creative jobs left in the video game industry when somebody can just spin up a computer and say, fire me up this scene. Okay, this battle scene, put this in here, describe this ad nauseum, and there you go. This is what we have. Give me an epic score for this particular part of the game. Goes out and okay, this score for this movie, this score for this game. Let me go ahead and take this piece. Here you go. Yep. Okay. Done. Bam. Package it. Go to gold and ship it out. And there you go. And it's taken you what, maybe a year to get this done, as opposed to the 10 plus years that video games now take to get developed and released. It's just going to be a money turner for them.
Yeah.
It definitely feels like a bubble's about to burst, though, in a lot of ways. I was just talking about this with how expensive video games are and how long they take to make now. It's like they're trying to figure out ways to keep this churn at the same level. And that means they're going to need to cut corners. They're going to need to do things in a way that are more efficient. And that's a big part of, I think, what is going on here is they're trying to maximize efficiency. But the unfortunate reality, I believe, is that when you have a game, for instance, like Final Fantasy VII Rebirth that sold nearly 8 or 9 million copies and was still viewed as a failure because of how long it took and how much money it took to make. It's not only the expectation of the end user, but it's the expectation from these companies that are like, well, if we're going to make a profit, we got to sell 15 million copies. It's like, well, if that's what you expect every time out, that's not what's going to happen. And I think part of this is tied to that. Is like, well, they see this technology as the start of that. And like you each said, it's like, this is the first step and it's going to keep getting better.
Yeah.
Hopefully what we see is more indie games, more games that take creative liberties with their art style and things that are less trying to be so photorealistic, that we can kind of roll some of this stuff back. Cause I think that's really the only path to try to stave off what is essentially a wave of bullshit, you know?
I think you've hit it on the head as far as the publishers wanting things to be more efficient. But of course, it's not ever in the name of making better games or being able to pay people more. It's just because they've gotten used
almighty
to
dollar.
The almighty dollar. They've gotten used to a certain profit level and they want to maintain it regardless of how more expensive everything gets. And so that's just the reason why they're doing this. Why bother hiring people and then firing them? Let's just use the AI. But I have a couple of thoughts about this. I think it's so interesting to see that 16% like ratio on that trailer for this. And I think that Nvidia really fucked up their debut of this tech. I think that if they had debuted it on something that was standalone and was their own visuals, I think they would have gotten a 100% different reception. But we know how Grace is supposed to look, and that's not how she's supposed to look. But if they just did any old character, we would have been like, oh, hey, look at that. And it wouldn't have had the same like immediate visceral, this is wrong. So I think that they really fucked up in introducing it that way. The other thing that I love is the whole, we're not wrong, you're wrong approach. I mean, it's not a generative AI, it's neural rendering, it's
blast processing. Okay, we've heard it.
Because that's always worked out for companies to just blame the consumer, right?
Well, you guys don't have phones. Remember that?
Right. Yes. Blame the consumer, talk down to them, and cover up their legitimate complaints with mumbo jumbo. And surely that means, because as it says at the end, NVIDIA fuels its DLSS ambitions based on user stats. So doing that will clearly make people more interested in using your product. But I will say, Mr. Blue and I have had an extensive conversation about this going back to yesterday, because he actually loves the way it looks. He's a massive PC nerd, and not so much on the faces, he admits, but he loves checking it out the way it looks on games like Elden Ring and these really big open worlds and the amount of detail. Like, he's geeking out and very excited about it. So there are those people out there who like it, and it probably just depends on your individual preferences. But I think the strategy of trying to get consumers to accept this, I think you guys are correct in saying that this is eventually going to become the industry standard. It's like Mr. Blue mentioned the example of ray tracing. When ray tracing was first introduced, people hated it, but now it is the industry standard. And so that's a real possibility for this. What makes everybody nervous, though, of course, is not just like, here's an AI filter if you want to use it for games that already exist. It is, of course, how they're going to use it moving forward. Like, if they released a game and used this in it and didn't tell you, would you really know the difference?
Yeah. Kind of the way I look at this, too, is like I saw what Material Keeper said earlier. I think he said it about abandoning AAA games altogether. And I kind of look at this as the industry's already kind of split in a lot of different ways, but I see this being like a big split to where you have a huge population of gamers that spend a lot of money on games, but those games are usually either Call of Duty or Madden every year. That's what they play. I could see those games, especially Madden, which they don't care about Madden enough as it is. So to really put any work into it. But I could see that being like, hey, we got to put a game out every year. We'll just have the technology make it for us, because they're not going to care. Yeah. They just want to buy card packs and do Ultimate Team. That's all they care about. So like that, it'll work for that, because they're not going to give a shit. They're not going to notice. But you can tell when an artist or someone who's a writer or someone who has actual passion to make something has put that into something. And when you cut corners and you try to remove that, if you try to remove the creativity out of it, you might get great results, like what you said about Mr. Blue. Like, we probably all felt similarly as we were getting older every time we saw like the new graphics, or we saw like the next thing coming out, like, oh, now we get 3D graphics, or now we get these amazing open worlds. We get, all this stuff. All of those things came from humans developing things themselves, putting in the work, creating something. This is pushing into where they're just going to, like, the effort's not going to be there. You're not going to have the same effort. And I'm sorry, I hate when I see those posts that are like, you say AI artists aren't real artists, like bullshit. Yeah, no, you're not. Like, you're literally, you're putting in a prompt. I don't care how good you are at putting in a prompt. You're absolutely a fraud, and you're not an artist. Like, the only reason you're able to put in those prompts is because someone made that art to begin with, and it's taking from all of that art. So you.
100%.
That's an interesting take. I've not heard that, but good to know.
Yeah. I like, and that's what, there's a lot of people out there that believe that just prompting like, yeah, is it fun and stupid? Yeah. When I first saw it, I thought it was hilarious. What's the incentive for artists to make anything if they're going to get nothing for it and tech bros are just going to rip them off? True artists, people that want to make, are going to have to go the organic food route and say, we have no preservatives. We have no added crap and dyes in our content. This is all 100% AI free. And that's going to be the new gaming trend.
Yeah.
In that response, it's kind of already happening. We saw it happening on Steam, where they were announcing of these video games like, hey, we've used generative AI. They were required to list that so as not to deceive anybody. And then all of a sudden Steam rolled that back and said, well, we're not just seeing the money that we should be seeing. So you guys don't have to put it out there if you don't want to. So I feel like that's going to be a slippery slope. It's at your discretion if you want to tell your people that, hey, this game was made with some sort of AI. And then you'll get people that were like, our game is completely 100% AI free, until somebody digs in, looks at the source code and says, wait a second. Yeah, you lied to us. We are deeply sorry for the way, this happened.
It's almost like there needs to be legislation that's like where they have to show calories now. I know I keep going back to food, but like,
you hungry?
Literally, like to where there has to be something where they have to show whether or not AI was used to make something, because I feel like we're already getting into dangerous territory in other ways, right? When it comes to our current world that we live in. I mean, I have to have conversations with my parents occasionally about the videos they show me where I'm like, you realize that's not real, right?
That's fake.
So like, that's where we are. And so I'm hoping that we'll get there sooner than later, because it's going to get really bad really quick. If we don't, it's going to become more of what is it, like the vinyl industry. It's going to be like the people that really care are going to spend the extra to have the vinyl. It doesn't matter if you can get lossless. Who cares?
Yeah. And here I was about to say that somebody need to get you like a baggie of goldfish crackers or something.
Or some Cheez-Its, please.
But the thing about the food labels is that if it has that percentage, under that percentage, they're not required to put it on the label. So that's what you're going to see.
Mm-hmm. The allowable parts per million of rat in your food.
Well, like YouTube technically requires you to say if you've used like any type of artificial intelligence, but a lot of people don't even mark it. I will say they are cracking down, and it has actually been a meaningful crackdown. So that's good. But I think what we are going to see is more and more, like I said, with Capcom, they literally came out and stated that they would never use this because they're super, like, they believe in their artists still. And so it's almost ironic to use Resident Evil 9, a game fully made by human beings, as this poster child of this new technology without consulting them. That part kills me. You know what I mean? Like, that part absolutely blows my mind that that is how they approached it. Because with your point, I think that if they would have approached this differently and used a game that they had worked with the developer on, for instance, to show off this new technology, I think it would have been received completely differently. I do think that it would have been viewed as just like, oh, this is a cool tech trick. You know, I think the way they approached it just shot them in the foot, and it might end up like a high guard type of situation where there is no recourse, because there's so much negative associated with this now that I feel like they might take it back to the drawing board, retool it, and then come back out with it with a better launch and like rename it something else, or like, oh, this is DLSS 6. We've upgraded. This is how it is now. So
it's more better.
But it's like just another layer on top of the other one that looks worse.
They just start stacking filters over top of each other.
Just take the mask off like a Scooby-Doo villain.
Like,
it does like a filter over it, but then this one removes it. It's like,
and let us not forget that this takes currently two 5090s. Like, who?
Yeah, two 5090s. That's right.
Like, who can run this? Nobody can run this.
Wanna be a baller.
It is literally, unless you have like a super system in your house with running two 5090s, you cannot use it. And we're far off from that. We still got a while before that's even remotely affordable for most people. So
yeah, I think as long as we're talking about NVIDIA's missteps with announcing this thing, that was one of them, was misjudging what does the average consumer care about right now? Do they want a beauty filter on Grace's face, or do they want affordable RAM again? God damn it.
It's so out of touch.
Which in turn, this is making RAM more expensive. Literally.
Yeah.
It's so out of touch.
This is what's doing it. Yeah.
Like it's absolutely crazy how out of touch. That's such a good point. Like we're in basically a resource desert as far as people being able to just afford a computer. I just built a new computer in September and I did it just in time. And I got
You did.
I have a 5070, the TI. That's a good card, but now that thing costs about 3 times what it cost when I bought it. And it certainly couldn't run this. And I'd need about 5 of them to even to even attempt to. So, you know, so out of touch.
It's out of touch. The people at the top, they're just clueless. They go out there and say the AI is really big, right? Just do something with AI. They don't fucking know what they're talking about most of the time. They're just there to get all that stuff out there.
I will say the normies are still real enamored with it.
Yeah.
Which is why I think
100%.
the 16% like rate on this reveal trailer is probably mainly people who are really into the industry and the hardcore gamers. But the average normie is going to look at it and go, oh, cool. Yeah, I'll have some of that. Yeah, why not? And so this thing may sneak under the radar and get the user numbers that they're actually looking for, regardless of what any of us have to say about it.
Yeah, it would just change the market completely.
And I think that what Dragoon just said, that NVIDIA needs to find a way for investors to justify all this R&D and all this money. And I feel like I see that not just in the gaming industry, but in every sector. It feels like all this money is just being thrown into the Sarlacc pit, and they have to create some like, oh, look, see, this is the deliverable to show you that it was all worth it. This is the next thing. We promise. Just trust us. You know, it's a lot of that. Just trust us feels like the phrase of all these AI tech bros. It's just
trust us. Wink.
We know what we're doing. Come on.
We're right. We know what we're doing.
So many are going to get shut down. Like so many of them are not going to survive because everybody's trying to get a piece of the pie. There's not enough infrastructure. There's a lot of investment that goes into making these AI farms. There's all the water cooling they have to do. All of obviously the reason we're in a shortage because they bought all the RAM. They bought everything. So that's what they're doing. Realistically, they cannot all survive. They can't.
Right.
So many of them are going to shut down and we're going to be left with a few that are on top that are making all the decisions in that space.
Right.
Yeah. All right, boys, I know that we could talk about this literally all night, forever.
Seriously.
But I think we need to move on to our next topic, which is also a doozy, though slightly on a lesser scale. A judge ruled Monday that video game publisher Krafton Inc. must reinstate Ted Gill less than a year after ChatGPT suggested the company fire the former CEO to avoid paying out performance bonuses. In the ruling, Judge Lori W. Will said that Krafton had violated the terms of its contract with the leadership of subsidiary Unknown Worlds Entertainment, maker of the highly anticipated video game Subnautica 2, when it fired Gill and fellow executives Charlie Cleveland and Max McGuire last year. At the heart of the legal battle was a bonus worth up to $250 million that was attached to Krafton's acquisition of Unknown Worlds in 2021. According to legal filings, the deal stipulated that if Unknown Worlds earned more than $69.8 million in revenue, Krafton was obligated to pay $3.12 for each additional dollar of sales, up to a cap of $250 million in bonuses for executives and staff. According to the judge, when Krafton CEO Chon-Han Kim saw how well the studio was performing, he scrambled to find a way out of paying the earnout. Will wrote that Kim consulted ChatGPT for a strategy, resulting in an internal task force called Project X with the the goal to either negotiate a new deal with Gill and his team or take over Unknown Worlds. In the weeks that followed, Krafton cut off marketing and other publishing duties and stopped paying vendors, impeding plans to release Subnautica 2 in August. When renegotiation talks stalled, Krafton fired the 3 executives. The executives then filed a lawsuit against the Korean publisher. To remedy these breaches, Gill is reinstated as CEO of Unknown Worlds with full operational authority over the studio, wrote the judge. Additional litigation over monetary damages is still pending. So, why do you need a CEO then? Just hire ChatGPT.
You don't. Yeah. That's the answer.
You don't, yeah.
In most cases at this point, because that's what all of them are fucking doing now.
I've known a few CEOs and they're largely useless.
They are useless.
Dear ChatGPT.
Largely, yes. It's so crazy because it used to be like they would look at your computer and see your Google searches and be like, damn, what was this guy up to? He searched bomb and then he searched, terror.
How to hide a body.
Right. Yeah. Right. Because this is all discoverable and this can all be committed to discovery at least at this point. And it's like, dude, you have not only just like search terms, you have paragraphs and pages and pages of incrimination just of yourself, and like at least go incognito or use a different computer,
a VPN or something like that. Get on the library's computer,
something,
and do it there.
But all that aside, because he's an idiot, this is just straight up malicious. I mean, pay your people. Yeah. What is even the
greed? That's the ultimate thing here is greed.
Well, yeah.
Your Honor, let the record show that the defendant looked up how to rob a bank in ChatGPT
and then proceeded to rob a bank. Yeah.
When you walk in, look directly into all the cameras.
That was one of the gags I considered including in the intro was the Florida man who bought a mask at a gas station and walked across the street to rob the bank with it.
Oh my goodness.
Well, he probably played with his debit card too.
Probably.
No. We should do it at some point. We should do an episode entirely on Florida man stories. It'd be a lot of fun.
Ryan, if you're still in the chat, we hope you're coming back with some stories.
Yes.
Yeah. I wonder if part of this too was Subnautica was incredible as one of those games that hooked me pretty hardcore, and I was really into it, and it terrified me, and it so much about it I really enjoyed. It did land. There are a lot of people that are really excited about Subnautica 2. And I was one of them. When I saw that it was revealed, I was extremely excited. And then hearing all this, I've been my excitement was gone, once I realized what was going on with Krafton, what was going on with all this. And I was like, Subnautica 2 is dead in the water. No pun intended or intended. But it was not looking good at all for Subnautica 2. This gives me a little bit of some hope back, because when those articles started coming out last year about what was going on, I think that's also drummed up a lot of interest in what was happening. And so maybe the spotlight got put on them a little bit harder than it would have if it had been a different property. But Subnautica was one of the most streamed games and one of the biggest hits on YouTube for a couple of years after it came out because of how clippable it was with all the stuff that could happen. So people are really excited about this.
I think that might be the best use case for AI that I've heard yet, is providing a platform for idiots to out themselves.
Yes.
That's a fact.
Yes.
That's facts.
We need maverick AIs to go against the other ones.
Just he gone rogue.
Yeah, we do.
I mean, clearly when Krafton acquired Unknown Worlds, they set a goal that they did not think was going to be obtainable.
Right.
And who knows, the real plan may have been they're not going to hit their performance goals, and then we'll be able to close the studio. We'll maintain the IP. It'll be perfect. We won't have to pay anybody.
Win-win.
Yep. And that's not how it happened. And then the Krafton CEO Kim allegedly was saying, well, I will look weak if I have to pay out these bonuses to these people. And so apparently also their legal team advised them, do not go ahead with this plan. Do not consult ChatGPT. But why bother have lawyers on retainer if you're not going to use them later when you get sued?
That's just wasted money.
Imagine being told.
Right, exactly.
Imagine being told what to do and still being like,
no, I know better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
YOLO.
ChatGPT will get me out of this.
YOLO, exactly. Just straight up YOLO'd it.
Yeah.
He went all Leroy Jenkins on that shit. Like,
He did. Didn't turn out too
just
well.
ran in, guns blazing, you know?
Leroy.
But if that is not a snapshot of CEO logic on display for the world,
Hubris.
you know,
yeah.
I don't know
Hubris.
what
It's
is.
crazy. It's crazy.
But anyways, congratulations to Unknown Worlds and Subnautica 2. And I bet when that game comes out here, whenever they're managed to get it back on the release schedule, but I think it's going to just absolutely blow up.
I hope so. I'm excited.
Yeah. All right, and last up tonight, a YouTuber has said they will return ownership of a website address that Capcom hid in Resident Evil Requiem if the game's publisher was to get in contact with them. The website's URL, newdawn-capcom.com, was widely shared on social media earlier this week after being discovered on an in-game computer screen. As of today, however, the site hosts contact information for Gabe Follower, a YouTuber and Valve fan. Speaking to IGN, Gabe Follower said he'd simply seen the website URL being discussed online and was amazed to find Capcom didn't own it already. So he took the plunge himself for just $15. I really like Resident Evil games and was scrolling through news after finishing Requiem, Gabe Follower told IGN. Saw someone talking about this domain and decided to check it. I was genuinely surprised no one registered it, so I spent $15 just for fun. To date, Capcom has not been in touch about him owning the domain, which presumably the publisher had planned to do something with. But if Capcom did get in touch, I will give it back for free, Gabe Fan concluded.
You had one job. One job. Register this domain. That's it. That's all you had to do.
Just makes me wonder if they really were going to do something with it.
Did you guys?
Yeah, I see. I'm having to restart the stream. It looks like it's working now.
Oh, I didn't. Oh,
yeah?
reload player.
Is it working?
Yeah, it looks like it's back, but it's buffering.
Oh, it's buffering. Yeah.
Yeah, I have no idea what's going on.
What the heck, man?
Twitch could also be having
True.
a night.
Oh, network.
There. Oh, there goes. Nope.
Like actually, it's offline for some reason. Okay, well, we'll just continue. We can keep going.
Yeah, let's just go ahead and continue. Thank God we're not using Twitch for our recording.
Yeah, right.
Holy sh!
Next time we'll be on Kick.
What I love about this story, though,
We're on Rumble next week.
Can you imagine being like a Capcom suit? Like you're a CEO or something, and then you find out that your brilliant marketing plans have been thwarted because of some mouth breather in America who wants you to just like notice me, senpai, and then he'll give you the domain name, but you have to actually reach out to him first. I think that's hilarious.
It's pretty funny. But it just made my gears start spinning, wondering what they're going to do, if they are going to do something with it. Because I'm a Resident Evil fan, like I'm all in.
Same.
And for me, I was like, "Oh, New Dawn, what does that mean?" Like now I'm thinking about it.
Do you think it's DLC maybe, or
I don't know? It could be bullshit. It could be to get people talking about it.
Yeah,
That's the best. That's a really good way to market now.
Right, just like sneak something in there.
Yeah, I mean, it's like. Do y'all remember when, I know it's a little different, but do y'all remember when Apple would have people take like new phones and go and leave them, forget them in stores unlocked so that people could get on them and go, holy shit, this is a new iPhone. Like they would do stuff like that.
That would get you arrested now.
Yeah. But they would do it to where it was like they wanted people to think like, oh, someone made a mistake. Someone's getting fired. But they get to see the new tech and then people start talking about it. People start posting about it. It's really smart. But something like this, it could just be incompetence, right?
Yeah.
But it also might not be, and it might be intentional because now I'm wondering what New Dawn means.
You fell before me says blink twice if Nvidia has sent a van outside your house.
Is that what those lights are?
Putting bags over our heads.
Y'all see me look out the window. You see me go.
Pat, no. Pat,
but then I come back up and I've got an AI filter and I'm like, I am Pat.
Yeah, it's just like, hello, I'm Patrick.
Hello,
Pat. You need to tell me where you got that lip color.
Yeah, Pat. What's the name of your podcast? Clearly, it's Blast Retro. That's right.
Blast Retro.
Yeah. Like something's wrong with his software.
Oh my God.
Yeah. It is funny. I don't know. It could go either way. I think it's either something that was totally someone messed up or smart marketing because we're talking about it.
Sure.
I was looking up like famous instances of companies that screwed up with like either securing a website or using the wrong one. Did you guys remember this? I vaguely recall this. In 2024, Mattel accidentally put wicked.com on their Wicked
Yes.
dolls.
Oh my
And
God.
Wicked.com is
right.
an adult site.
Yeah.
And kids were like, oh, wicked.com. Like, this looks like nothing compared to something like that. I mean, I can't even imagine how that went.
That's a nightmare. That's a PR nightmare.
So what is wicked.com?
Oh, you're familiar.
Donnie, I feel like you've probably at least visited a couple times.
Donnie, open your bookmarks tab.
Opening bookmark.
Show us your history. Show us your ChatGPT.
No, I can't do that.
If you got to sort it alphabetically, it'll be right on top of X Hamster.
Donnie's like, no, which Wicked? Because I've got a few different genres in here.
Oh, it's that kind of. Oh, hello.
Yeah.
Hello.
And we lost him for the rest of the stream.
He really thought they were just going to be like, you know what? Here's all Capcom swag. Let's have you in studio for our next game. Like, he really thought that's how this was going to go. And instead, Capcom's just like, we don't even need it.
Yeah,
no one knows
we'll
what New Dawn even means. Right. Yeah. They'll just change the name probably. Be like, yeah, keep it, dude. Good luck.
I mean, yeah, you miss 100% of the shots you don't take. So,
I mean,
you got to respect the hustle.
True.
But I do feel like it would be just as easy for in one of the patches that is yet to come out for Resident Evil Requiem, you just update that little blurb in the game to a different URL. Problem solved.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
I mean, we know they're working on DLC and everybody's speculating about what that is. You know, we've got characters that everybody wants to see.
So according to IGN, they said that it's hard coded into the game. Like it's not something that can be. It's hard coded. So
they have to patch it essentially.
Yeah, it would have to be like patched alongside probably other stuff. They aren't going to just spend a bunch of money to patch that out. I feel like so it'll probably come with like some other update once everything is ready to go.
I'm curious to see what happens.
Hilarious.
I actually am very curious to see what happens with this.
Yeah. It's a silly moment in gaming history.
Silly moments in gaming history.
I live for silly news.
Me too.
Hell yeah.
All right, let's move on to our top 3 new releases.
Starship Troopers, Ultimate Bug War, PS5, Xbox Series X and S, Switch 2, PC. Lock and load into the Starship Troopers universe and join the mobile infantry in the most realistic depiction of war ever made. Experience an original story in this action-packed, first-person retro shooter. Would you like to know more?
Yes.
I'm doing my part.
I'm doing my part.
I do fucking shit.
I didn't do any of it.
Dragonkin the Banished, PS5, Xbox Series X and S, PC. The draconic threat is once again upon us. Legendary heroes rise up to face the legions from the depths. Tame your wormlings, create unique power builds with the ancestral grid, expand your city, and destroy the dragons. Yay! Crimson Desert, PS5, Xbox Series X and S, PC, and Mac. Crimson Desert is an open-world action-adventure set on the continent of Pywell. Join Cliff, great spelling, on his journey to rebuild the Greymane faction and to save the land from a looming threat. From vast wilderness and cities to ruins and the mysterious abyss, forge your path through battles and discovery. And every time I hear or see the name Cliff, I think of Home Alone 2.
You've been spooching with everybody. Snuffy, Al, Leo, Little Mo with the gimpy leg, Cheeks, Bony Bob, Cliff.
It's a lie.
I could go on forever, baby.
So based on these great and wonderful descriptions, Paul, what are you picking this week?
Oh, man. Honestly, none of these games are really my typical fare, but fun fact, I have started to play a Dungeons and Dragons campaign for the first time as of last week.
Yes.
Yeah, it is my very first time playing any D&D. I'm already addicted. I totally get it. So I feel like in my current state, Dragonkin sounds like it might be most up my alley. You know, some wormlings, some dragons and such. Yeah.
Little wormling, little dragon.
I've heard a little bit about Crimson Desert, but I don't know a whole lot about it. So
I've been hearing a lot about Crimson Desert. A lot. The reviews started coming out today. So I've been hearing even more because it's not going the way that everybody wanted it to.
Yep. This is why I've been
it's getting perfectly fine reviews. It's coming down to you either hate it or you love it. It's that situation where this game got extremely overhyped, in my opinion. Mm-hmm. Not because there's anything wrong with the game, but just because it got overhyped to where anything less than like a 98 was going to be like, oh my God, what are we going to do? The game's terrible. Like, this is where we are. Mm-hmm. But I think the game looks fine. It actually, to me right now, it looks too big to where I don't want to invest in something like that right now. It looks like it could be fun. There's a lot of stuff that I've seen about it that looks good. There's a lot of stuff that I have no interest in whatsoever about it. I would probably wait for a sale on that one. Mm-hmm. Yeah. But that's just me. That's because I don't typically gravitate towards that kind of game. I love The Witcher. You know, I like that kind of stuff. I like Skyrim. I like all those types of things, but just not in the mood for that right now. Dragonkin looks like what is it called?
Diablo.
Thank you. Yes. Diablo. And it looks fine. Like, it actually looks pretty good. It looks like it's got more to it. I like the idea of having a dragon with you. Like, you're going around and you've got a dragon as well. Cause I think when I looked at some video of it, you have your own little dragon that's also like doing its thing, which I think is pretty cool. But Starship Troopers is one of my favorite movies. And I looked at this too and realized that it is literally a retro shooter. They have a lot of like PS1 style artwork in there.
Right.
And there's like a twist where you can also play as the bugs. So like it just looks kind of fun to me. Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm. But Starship Troopers is probably, if I were to pick from these three, I'd probably go, you know what? Starship Troopers looks like it could be fun. Just pick up and play retro shooter. Great franchise that I love. That'd probably be my pick.
Awesome.
Nice.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Blue, what are you picking this week?
So Starship Troopers, it is a good thing that it's a retro styled shooter because otherwise it's completely like we got Helldivers at home. And even when we heard this game was announced, we knew they were going to have an uphill battle trying to get that audience away from Helldivers who already took everything that was great about the IP and made it better. I see this one just being really short-lived and perhaps a bit of a gimmick. It'll be fun for a short time, but then you're probably just not going to get what you're really looking for. And if you like that type of game, you're probably going to go right back to Helldivers.
Right.
Dragonkin the Banished, looks like Diablo, getting good reviews, at least pre-launch. It was getting good reviews. And I think that will probably be my choice. Crimson Desert, like you were saying, Pat, it's got an awful strong Witcher vibe to it, a bit of a Skyrim vibe to it.
Yeah.
And I love giant open world games. Like, those are my jam. But because with a game that big, like, it's going to be janky as hell when it releases.
Yeah.
Inevitably.
Super jank.
Yeah.
And it does look that way a little bit from the gameplay I saw.
Yeah.
A little.
And it will need to be patched and probably won't even be like really smoothed out until a year from now. So I think I'm going to wait on that one, put a pin in it, let it cook a while longer, let them polish it up. And in the meantime, I'll be going with Dragonkin.
Bring in the AI. It'll fix it up. It'll fix it right up.
I did see
You'll
one of the
never
reviews.
know it was janky.
One of the reviews for Crimson Desert that I read, it was like a quick review, did say, like, at the end, he said, I played 100 hours or something like that and have been bored to tears. And he said, this is a game that was made just for people who want to consume content. That's all he said. And I was like, damn, that was harsh.
That's
Which,
brutal.
I mean, that's his opinion.
Is that Ubisoft?
No, it's just, oh yeah, right. No, but I was like, dang, like, that's a scathing.
Yeah, that's.
I mean, at the end of the day, you don't want any game to be considered boring. Like, that's worse than bad.
Why did you play 100 hours if it was boring?
He's a reviewer. I don't know.
Yeah, so you kind of have to.
Or he hates himself. I don't know.
I've reviewed games and I'm not doing that.
Yeah, I know. It's a new.
That's the equivalent of I'm not mad. I'm just disappointed. Like,
right,
just
right.
Just like
it is
right in the,
it is.
Ooh.
But there are people out there that are going to love it despite that. The reviews, who cares? Just if it's something you've been hyped about, get it.
Yeah. If it's something that hits or resonates with you, then who cares?
All that matters is that you like it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
What about you, Donnie? What are you picking?
I'm not picking anything this week. I didn't see anything that really tickled my fancy. I don't really get into first-person shooter games anymore. And
no tickles?
No tickles. No tickles at the fancy, Mr. Bigglesworth. In the movie, it took almost a full clip to put down one of these damn bugs. It's just like whenever I was playing the Halo game that came out a couple of years ago, where they tried to revamp that, and it took almost a full clip to really do any type of damage to somebody. I'm out on that. It's just that's totally irritating, and no thanks. Dragonkin again looks like a Diablo clone, and if I want to play Diablo, I'll fire up Diablo. I'll fire up Diablo 3 or Diablo 2 or Diablo 2 Remastered or whatever. I've got plenty of options there, not to get into a new IP and try to see what's going on with it. And the last one, Crimson Desert, nothing about this game has really stood out or resonated or jumped out at me that says, hey, come play me, come spend a bunch of hours with me. And the way people are reviewing it and saying that it doesn't really show you anything after like 20 hours, 50 hours, 100 hours, that doesn't really bode well for me. So no thanks. I think I'm going with a big fat 0.
Hard pass on everything.
I can understand.
Jeez.
I mean, you open worlds are great, but you got to have something in there for people to actually want to do. If you don't, then you're just kind of wasting time. It doesn't feel, I don't know. But at the same time, there are people that probably do also like that like to just kind of hang out in the world. And I respect that too.
Yeah. I 100% agree with that, because that's kind of what I'm doing right now with Blueprints. I've beaten the game.
Okay.
But I'd like to go back in and see if there's anything that I missed. I love the artwork. I love the music. So it's like an ambience. I can go in there.
Has it been like a cozy thing for you right now?
Yeah, it is. It is.
Yeah.
I just started playing last night the Retro Rewind, the video store simulator. Have you seen this?
Oh, you had mentioned that.
I've heard about it.
Oh my God. I love it so much already. You're a new owner of a store, a video store in 1990. And it's a cozy game where you open the store, you rent out videos, you collect late fees, you put out your displays, you design your store, you build onto it. I am completely in. It is me coded.
I was about to say, have you been secretly working on a game, Pat, and just didn't tell us? Because this literally feels like something you would create for yourself.
I would. If I had the ability, this is probably the first game I would have made.
Like, this is
100%.
This is me.
It's only $15 on Steam.
Yeah. And it's getting great reviews.
Super chill.
Like it's yeah.
What's this in the corner? It says Brick House Studios.
Brick House Studios would go hard.
Why, Patrick? Why is there a giant painting of you on the front window?
Let's take a quick break to talk about our sponsor. This segment is proudly sponsored by the Retro Game Club podcast. It's a fantastic, family-friendly retro gaming podcast. In each episode, Rob and a guest pick 2 games to play and discuss, as well as news, interviews, and other topics. Right now, they want to know, growing up, what restaurant, eatery did you frequent where you played arcade games? And what games did you play? Visit them at retrogameclub.net or follow the link in the show notes.
So when they sent me this question, they said, for example, they often went to Pizza Hut where they played Pac-Land. So for you, where was the place you went and what was the game? We have a local pizza place here and they had an Area 51 and that is my jam. I love that game. Even though the sights on the gun are never quite right.
They never calibrated it. They did it once and they just left it.
Right.
You're like, it's close enough.
So you're not getting very far with your quarter, but God, I love that game.
Yeah.
Oh man, Area 51's a banger. It seems like it was always pizza. That was just a very 90s thing, I think. It was the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles really instilled that in us. But we had a local pizza place as well, and they had a copy of the Simpsons arcade game up front, which was huge because that one is a big cabinet. It's like the 4-person cabinet, and I just remember I was like, I just want to finish eating this pizza so I can
play games,
run out front and just play
and
as long as I can.
Pizza fingers all over
the greasy pizza fingers.
Yeah.
So this past weekend I went to Dave and Buster's for the first time in years, and I was reminded of exactly this experience. You're like running around. Well, now it's a beer in hand. But,
running around with a beer,
running around like playing games.
I was like, more games.
And it was a lot of fun. It was reliving that arcade experience. So
what comes to my mind, I guess, would be a couple of places, because when it comes to pizza, we had a local pizza place. It's gone now, but it was called Cosenza's, and it was like a family-owned business. It was tiny in a little strip mall. They had 2 arcade cabinets in there. They had it was either Arch Rivals or Double Dribble, and I can't remember which one it was. And they had the original Rampage. So I would play Rampage there. And again, the camera, I think it might have been Double Dribble, but it also could have been Arch Rivals. Like, I can't remember. And then the other one, Paul, to echo off you, we had a Fuddruckers.
Fuddruckers.
Funny enough, like
goes
when
hard.
you go to the bathroom, so you go back, they had like the little area with the bathroom where you would had the 2 doors, but they had 2 arcade cabinets there. And it was the first time that I ever played The Simpsons arcade, because that was one of them.
So good.
That quickly became one of my favorite arcade games.
So
and to this day is still one of my favorite arcade games. And the other one was Street Fighter 2. It was the first time I ever played it, was on that arcade cabinet.
Nice.
I picked Blanca, I remember, because I was like, he looks the coolest. And I got the crap kicked out of me by Ken. I literally remember my first Street Fighter fight. And it was me getting beat by the computer. I was very young. But I loved that cabinet, both of those cabinets, so much. Like, every time we went to Fuddruckers, like, that's where I was the entire time.
Yeah. And I'm sure everyone coming out of the restroom had washed their hands before engaging with the cabinet.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right. Of course.
Yeah. What about you, Donnie?
Like you guys said, it was basically pizza joints that had the arcade games.
It was always a pizza spot.
Yeah.
They always did.
Godfather's, Pantera's, Pizza Hut in my area, they always had the arcade machines. I can't tell you which arcade games were in those, but there was a laundromat that was like a couple of blocks up from my parents'
That was
house.
the other place.
I remember playing Punch Out, the one with the button that you had to press.
Okay.
Yeah.
Damn.
So not Mike Tyson's or anything. It's just the regular button that you had to press.
Just Punch Out.
And Donkey Kong Jr. So those 2 arcade machines I specifically remember from that laundromat. There was also a 7-Eleven that had a wrestling game called Matt Mania that I love that game to this day.
Evan just mentioned that to me. Evan, who was on the podcast, Evan Saba.
Yeah.
He mentioned that specific game. He's like, do you ever heard of Matt Mania? And I was like, no. And he's like, you got to look it up. I just heard about this for the first time.
Serendipitous.
It's crazy that you just brought it up. Within the span of a week, I've heard about this game twice, and I'd never heard it in my life.
Yeah.
Wild. You and Ryan both always get me with that, because I had never heard of Cadillacs and Dinosaurs either. Ryan's the one that got me onto that.
The deep cuts, yeah.
The deep cuts. Laundromats were, it was like pizza spots and laundromats were the 2 places.
Yeah, like every pizza place.
Really,
for sure.
Hey there, fellow kids. It's time to go back when things were simpler, when the change in your pocket could fill up your car, when politicians didn't lie as blatantly as they did now, wink, when burger chain CEOs would man up and take a big boy bite out of their product. I mean burger. It's time to go back to the days of yesteryear with this month's Retrospective. So let's go back to a time when arcades were some of the coolest places on Earth. Where mullets flowed majestically, where a high school dropout who looked like he was 30 was showing dweebs how to time the jump over the spring in Donkey Kong. When people had Pac-Man fever and millions of quarters were dumped into these machines trying to get that high score or that next level. Back in 1981, the average cost of a stand-up arcade machine was between $2,500 and $4,000 brand new. The average annual wage was about $13,000. Needless to say, you didn't see a lot of homes with their own personal arcade machines. But what if I told you there was an option to own one of these machines at a fraction of the cost? Enter Coleco. Coleco's history in video games is second to none with their partnership with Telstar and their handheld head-to-head sports series of electronic games. But before the ColecoVision dominated the home console market, Coleco had an idea. Let's offer the arcade version of some of these great games to consumers at home. There's just one catch. Remember how I said you could own one of these machines at a fraction of the cost? Well, these machines were also a fraction of the size of a regular arcade machine.
Hey, Hey, that's Frogger. Yeah, it's the official tabletop version of the arcade game. It plays the same. Where'd you get it? Mr. Arcade is here. Galaxian, it's mine. Pac-Man. You want to take it home? Yeah. My own Pac-Man. Mr. Arcade, could you? Donkey Kong? Donkey Kong? The official tabletop version.
Frogger, Donkey Kong, and Midway's Pac-Man and Galaxian. The arcade games you can take home with you from Coleco.
Here we go. The Coleco tabletop.
Here we go. There it is. All right, Donnie, how's it play?
Well, it's not exactly like the arcade version, shrunken down to little bitty size.
Right.
So size does matter.
Was it like a tiger handheld? Is it like that?
Better. It's leaps and bounds better of the yes, absolutely.
Tiger, yeah, they didn't really try that hard, but
no.
I used to love those Tiger games though.
I did too.
Yeah, they were, even though they were like they didn't have the same lights and sounds that this one did. They still worked in a pinch, but nowhere near what these were.
Okay.
So these were about 8.5 inches in height.
A good size.
And 5 inches wide and sat perfectly on your table or countertop, hence the name. The mini machines came adorned with the same artwork that you would see on regular sized arcade cabinets, as well as the buttons and joystick, albeit not a joystick that you could fully grab and manhandle with your hand. The original offering of Coleco tabletop home arcade machines consisted of Pac-Man, Donkey Kong, Galaxian, and Frogger. Coleco sold 3 million units within a year of their release, with 1.5 million units sold of Pac-Man alone. The screens were VFD, not LCD. Now, Ryan's going to nerd out right here. A VFD operates on the principle of cathode luminescence, roughly similar to a cathode ray tube, but operating at a much lower voltages. Each tube in a VFD has a phosphor-coated carbon anode that is bombarded by electrons emitted from the cathode filament.
Giggity.
That's actually really cool. I didn't know they used that.
Yeah. Each tube in a VFD is a triode vacuum tube because it has a mesh control grid. Unlike liquid crystal displays, a VFD emits very bright light with high contrast and can support display elements of various colors. So the pricing on these tabletop machines was $49.78. Granted, that doesn't seem like a lot of money today, but it's roughly the equivalent of $165 in today's dollars. Mm-hmm. It was definitely a purchase that had to be pondered over, and most likely one that waited for either a birthday or Christmas. After their initial success in 1982, Coleco released 3 more tabletop arcades, Donkey Kong Jr., Zaxxon, and Miss Pac-Man. While Miss Pac-Man looked exactly like a shrunken down stand-up arcade, Donkey Kong Jr. and Zaxxon had a different design than their predecessors, although still offering the same function and fun. Sadly, with the crash of the video game market in 1983 and Nintendo revolutionizing how arcade games transitioned to their home consoles, the Coleco tabletops were forgotten and let out to pasture. Or were they? In 2018, over 30 years after their initial release, Coleco created a Kickstarter for 2 brand new tabletop arcade machines, Rainbow Bright and Robotech. 736 backers pledged to bring this Kickstarter to life with a total of $71,000 donated. The project saw so much success that Coleco created another Kickstarter in 2023 for 3 more arcade machines of Frenzy, Top Racer, and Berserk. Now, the graphics on these machines were full-color LCD, meaning they looked exactly like you were playing a Game Boy Color as opposed to the old VFD graphics which illuminated one area at a time, simulating gameplay. The machines also came with rechargeable batteries. Now, I didn't have one of these growing up, but a friend of mine did. And when I wasn't playing on my dad's Atari or my friend's ColecoVision, I had my hands on one of the Coleco tabletops. I purchased a Pac-Man tabletop back in the early 2000s on eBay as a present for my then girlfriend, now my wife, and it sits right on my shelf next to Donkey Kong. As easy as it would be to go there now and attempt to purchase the others for my collection, my wallet would take a significant hit. I'm all about nostalgia trip and owning the things I didn't have as a kid, but I like deals a lot more. I scour Facebook Marketplace in hopes of obtaining the other 5 for my collection. Thank you for listening to this month's retrospective. If you owned one of these when you were younger, or if you currently have one in your collection, let me know. I'd love to hear if you have the same love for them as I do.
I totally have that Rainbow Bright game.
You do?
Not as the tabletop, but I have it as an NES cartridge.
Okay.
Homebrew.
So
it's not a good game.
Probably not. But you get that kind of graphics on this little arcade machine. Unfortunately, this one is missing the battery cover. The batteries take like C batteries. I can pull off the tabletop game or the Pac-Man game and kind of show you like how bright it was. So for the time, give me just a second.
I love that he's so excited because I'm excited.
So this is the Pac-Man one, and hopefully it turns on. It does. So you can see the little...
Okay. All right. I was curious about that. So is it red?
Wow.
Is it a red? It's actually pretty bright. Oh, wait.
Yeah.
Okay. That is pretty bright. That is not what I expected.
I mean, it looks cool.
It looks good for 82, 83.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I do not think I could play that for very long.
It's annoying. The sound is annoying.
I think for the time, like, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Probably. I mean, I say that and then think about how many hours I sunk into my Game Boy back in the day.
That's what I'm saying. Like, we were talking about the Tiger electronics.
I sunk a lot of hours in the Tiger.
You know how much time I spent on the 5-volt Goes West Tiger handheld?
5-volt
I don't even know what was happening. That's right. I had the an American Tail 5-volt Goes West.
Oh, 5-volt.
Tiger electronics handheld, and I had the Castlevania Simon's Quest one too.
I had the X-Men one. That thing was...
I didn't have the X-Men one.
I need to know, did you sing the songs when you played the 5-volt Goes West?
Somewhere
Yes. I was obsessed with those movies
Excellent.
when I was a kid.
Excellent. All right, you guys, this has been amazing, but I think it's time that we wrap up this show. So thank you everyone for listening to episode 204 of Gamers Week podcast. And a big thank you to the Retro Game Club podcast, Love Retro BTW, Pixel Prom Production Company, and Absolutely the Best podcast, a work in progress, for sponsoring this episode. Don't forget to check out their links in the show notes. A extra special thank you to everybody who is still somehow in the chat with us and has stuck it out through all of these technical difficulties. Thank you so much.
Love you guys.
Thank you for your patience and understanding. If you want to connect with Gamers Week, follow us on Twitter and Blue Sky, Gamers Week PC. Watch us right here on Twitch at twitch.tv/Gamers Week Podcast, where we will record live every Wednesday at 8:30 Central Time. Email us at gamersweekpodcast@gmail.com. Visit our merch store at gamers-week-podcast.creator-spring.com, or if you want to do it the easy way, follow the link in the show notes. And last but not least, join us on Patreon at patreon.com/gamersweek. Finally, since you made it all the way to the end of this episode, please leave us a rating and a review to let us know how we did. We really do value your feedback. And while you're there, consider subscribing on iTunes, Spotify, or your podcast platform of choice. Patrick and Paul, thank you so much for joining us again. This was an amazing episode.
Absolutely.
Before we go, where can everybody find you guys?
You can find me at The Gamersician pretty much everywhere. You can look me up on YouTube. Try to put out 3 videos a month, ranging from, all types of stuff. We've been on a music kick lately, been listening to a lot of Jet Set Radio tunes, and I also have a Slay the Spire video that I'm working on currently. So that'll be out here in the next couple of days. So hopefully you can come find me on YouTube at The Gamersician, and definitely message me on Blue Sky, and let's stay in touch.
Same kind of thing. You can find me on Blue Sky as well, retroblastpod.com, which I need to actually finally do something with my web domain. But I do have that there. So come and hang out there and chat and get part of the conversation there. In terms of the Retroblast podcast, you can find it pretty much anywhere you find your podcasts. So Spotify, Audible, Amazon, Deezer, anything. Like it's pretty much all there. And there should be a new episode out within the next few days.
Nice.
And very excited about that. So
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, like I said, I'll have links to these guys' stuff in the show notes. Be sure to check them out. They have amazing content. And they're okay podcast guests.
Yeah. They're okay.
We're all right.
When you think you're the coolest guy in the room, and then this guy shows up with this.
Okay. So now you're just showing off.
Now you're right. Now you're just
showing off.
We should have an episode where we all just show up, like we bring the things that we want to show off.
Donnie, it will never end. We will not leave
What's
the
wrong
episode,
with that?
which I'm fine with. I'm okay. No, I'm good with it. I'm just letting you know.
It's like we have one episode, but it's in 27 parts.
See?
Oh, look at that. What's that?
Look at this too. Look, I can hide stuff in his head.
You can put your weed in there.
Yeah, I totally. I should have. Pat already knows about the gummies.
I know about the gummies.
He already knows how I get down.
The first time I tried to play Mario Kart with Paul, and he's like, "Bro, I can't. I have a gummy. I can't do it."
Dude, I was like,
it was so funny.
And I was Funky Kong too. So you know.
Yeah, you were Funky Kong. Oh, you mean in the game?
Yeah,
it was after the gummy. Yeah.
Well, thanks to Paul and Pat for joining us again tonight, even though we were experiencing some technical difficulties. Thank you, everybody else, for staying with us so long through the stream buffering Twitch. And all that stuff. Yeah. I honestly don't know what was going on. This is the first time I've experienced drop frames on this level in quite some time. So, yeah, we'll just blame it on Twitch for now. And with that being said, we are not going to rate anybody this evening because I don't know if anybody else is experiencing this. So
you've all been through enough.
Yeah, go get some rest.
Thanks everybody for letting us come in and take Ryan's place.
Hopefully he makes it back safe from Florida.
Yeah, literally.
The asshole of the United States.
If he doesn't, we'll be in touch.
Yeah.
It's like, so hey, we're gonna make it permanent if you guys are okay with that.
This is a permanent arrangement we have now. Hope you're free every Wednesday.
Ryan, you've been replaced.
Oh my gosh.
All right. Well, thank you so much, everyone.
All right, y'all.
Good night.
Bye.
Thanks, everybody. Bye. Have a good night. Can I just say, this is a side real quick. Have you guys ever seen Die Hard with a Vengeance on TV, the edit?
I don't think so.
Do you know what I'm about to say? Donnie, do you know? You shook your head. I wasn't sure if you knew. They had to edit it for TV with all the cursing.
Of course, and
one of the most famous edits, you can find it on YouTube, everyone in the chat, if you don't believe me. And I saw it on TV, and remember this. They replaced racist motherfucker with racist melon farmer. And Samuel L. Jackson says it in the dub, so you got to go listen to it.
You racist melon farmer?
He said, "You racist melon farmer." Yeah,
that's actually pretty slick.
I can never forget it. Yeah.
Well, that's the equivalent of Kill Bill, where it's like, "My name is Buck, and I'm here to party."
And I'm here to
TV edits are my favorite.
Exactly.
They're the best.
This is what happens when you meet a stranger in the Alps.
He also had another great one on Snakes on a Plane. Get these mother-loving snakes off this. What does he say? These mother-loving snakes off this Monday to Friday plane.
Monday to Friday plane.
On
this Monday to Friday plane. It's so good.
So good.
Who chooses these?
I don't know. Somebody's got to be in on that joke.
Monday to Friday plane. Well, it runs all week, I guess. So
not on Sundays, not on Saturdays,
not on Saturdays or Sundays. Monday to Fridays only.
I'm going to start looking for those jobs to be the TV edit writer.
Welcome to Gamers Week Uncut.
Welcome to Gamers Week Uncut.
Welcome to Gamers Week Uncut, patrons with benefits. This is the unscripted, patron-only bonus cast with less editing and more dirty jokes. We don't know where the conversation will go, but we're sure it will be weird.
This fish just went right on my nipple, and I'm just like,
I Google Street Fighter 6. The first search result that comes up is people think they can see Ryu's in the Street Fighter 6 reveal.
Listen up here, kids. You're not going to want to get one of those VDSTDs things, right? Make you fall off. When you go, grab a pro. You'll be doing it for America.
That was perfect.
If you want to hear weekly episodes of our patron-only bonus cast, join us at patreon.com/gamersweek.